In today's video, we are going to be talking about a handful of different things you can start doing today to max out your overall health. Health will not only increase your overall survivability in fights, but it's also actually a pre-requirement when it comes to certain oddity achievements and a handful of other things. So it's very, very important to make sure you max out your health as much as possible. Plus, there's a few sneaky ways on how you can actually do that. So let's just go ahead and jump into all the different ways you can start maxing out your health, starting with the first one, which is probably the most basic, which is of course collecting oddities and exchanging them for specific passive increases. So for example, as you collect a handful of different oddities, such as moonbeam toads or twigs or even these midnight nibblers, just from exploring the open world, you can exchange them for certain stat boosts. In many cases, these stat boosts are directly associated with max health. So again, the most obvious way to increase your max health is to collect oddities and exchange them for the health specific passives, which will have a direct impact in your overall health for your character. And honestly, it builds up very, very fast, so you want to make sure you can actually do that. Next up, I wanted to call out yet again a very important one that might be right in front of you guys and you may not even realize it, and I'm talking about consumables. Most of us are aware of these specific foods where you can consume them to gain a boost in health over a certain amount of time, but it's not your max health. There are certain foods that you can actually get recipes for and cook and consume that will increase your max HP by a certain amount over a certain amount of time. It is important to note that only one food can be in effect at one time and that it won't impact your overall max health in trials. However, everything else is fair game and it can increase your overall health by a decent amount. I believe there's actually a specific one that you can unlock at level 61 that can increase your max health by upwards of 5,600, which is insane. Once you actually consume the food, you'll see a buff pop up on the bottom of your screen right here, just above your health potion, your health bar, and it calls out the exact buff and the amount of time that you have left on it. So again, don't sleep on these recipes, make sure you collect them all because they can increase your health by a good amount. Next up, and this one might be a little bit obvious, but it's very important to talk about because we're talking about our gear. So there are two primary ways that you can really get more HP when it comes to your overall gear. One of them is through the tuning process. So as you can see, you can basically tune every piece of gear, which will essentially unlock an additional perk on that specific item. So just for a little experiment, let's go ahead and tune. We got critical rate and bell strike attack. There is a chance that one of those could have been max HP. So for example, this helmet alone gives me 1561 HP just from the general item itself, and then an additional 987 HP. So I'm getting almost like 2.5k HP from one simple piece of equipment. And hypothetically, I could have max HP as every single attribute here for these first four. This one is typically always associated with a certain martial art. So it's typically going to be like twin blades or like mortal rope dart attacks if it's a bamboo cut path that you choose. But yeah, to sum it up, these four could have been max HP, and you could get that on multiple different pieces of items. I mean, even this pendant that I have has max HP on it. You can get it on specific weapons too. You cannot get it on these two items here, but again, you can boost max HP very, very easily by getting not only lucky with max HP perks, but also having higher quality gear in general. And of course, this will scale as your level scales and the level of the equipment scales. The other thing I do want to call out, under your develop tab, if you go to gear, you want to make sure that you enhance all these different categories. It's so interesting that max HP actually jumps up by a huge amount by leveling up these categories here. All four of these specifically will boost your max HP, and it builds up tremendously over time. Over on the left side, you can see you get more attack-based ones, and then over here, you can't really even enhance it at this point. But again, if you want to max out your overall HP in Where Winds Meet, make sure that you max out and enhance these 4 categories here as much as possible. Next up, this is a bit of an interesting one, as you can see, but I am on online mode and located right here at the Springwave Pavillion. It's just left of this teleport shrine right here, and I'll zoom out again so you guys can see exactly where I'm at. So the reason we're on online mode is so that we can grab some of these ingredients right here, which are called bath ingredients, which allows us to basically take a bath. I do want to call out that our health currently is 49,630. Let's go ahead and go in, and then it'll say begin bath. And slowly over time, you're going to see this meter fill up. Essentially, as it fills up, you're going to be picking up an additional buff. It looks like there's about 35 seconds left. So what we'll do is we'll just speed this up so I can actually show you guys what the buff is. I do want to call out too that after each bar is met, you'll pick up an additional buff. So right now I have Refreshed Recovery, and then I've got Tranquil, which is basically curing an illness that I had. You can see it right here, but basically I am cured from specific illnesses that I previously had. And now we're just waiting for this third and most important bar to get fully filled up. Next up, we are about to hit that third threshold, which again is the most important because we get the relaxed max HP increase perk. So if we look at our total HP now, we are at 52,112. So that's just about like 3,000 HP or so. And again, it's not for a very long time. As you can tell here, it's at 30 minutes, but it could make or break certain situations and definitely help you get across certain challenges much easier. And that really covers it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for some more Where Winds Meet content coming soon. Thanks again.